okay, we've talked about a lot today. We've talked about money, how we think about it, the feelings that come up around money, negotiations, the 7 things you should never say. Why do you think a woman then would say any kind of language or any kind of words that would diminish her when it comes to money? If she's talking about her negotiations, and she's a little bit wishy-washy, and she's not real definite about it, and she's in this space, think about even yourself. Why would you, and you don't have to report it here. I'm certainly not trying to highlight it, anyone if you're uncomfortable, but just to think about, why do I do the things I do? Why do I really do them? What drives that? You know, what drives that? Well, I want to be liked. Okay. Do I want to hang on to that? How important is it to hold on to being liked? It's just good to kind of think about. So ultimately, all the drivers at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 things, doubt and fear. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. Fearful, afraid. All of that will stem eventually to fear. Well, here's the best news of the entire day, of the entire talk today, definitely the entire today, is whatever's going on in your life, money, jobs, all of it, even your marriage, the kids, all of it, it's all about how you think. It all stems from your thoughts. You could ruin your entire life with a thought. I said that on a radio show a few months ago, and Sarah Zink laughed, and I said, no, I'm serious. Have you been divorced? Yeah. It first started with a thought. It was, that guy's a jerk. All of this, even around money, all of this. So that's the good news. The good news is all this going on originates in your mind. So what you want to do is just slow it all down and just peek inside what's going on there. You know, shut all this out, shut it all out, and what's going on in my mind? What are my thoughts around money? What are my thoughts around my job? What are my thoughts around my marriage? What are my thoughts around my career? What are my thoughts around myself? Are they productive? Because that is what you carry into the room every time you go somewhere, is your thoughts around yourself. Everything touches everything. So, let's reprogram some of the thoughts. Some of the thoughts out there, and we talked about this. Good girls don't ask. Good girls need to be polite. I don't need more. Money is bad. Oh, there's this whole thing now about money being bad. It's very trendy. Like, it's cool and pious to be poor. It's very cool. Look at the younger generation. It's very cool to be 5 people living in a house working part-time at Starbucks. Very cool. Which I find very interesting. That's kind of the direction we're going. These are thoughts around money. You know, I trust the boss that I'm paid fairly. These are our thoughts. All I'm saying is, when you drive out of the parking lot today, is this what you want to hang on to? Because remember, you're not your money. You don't have to be identified with all this. But this is maybe what's rolling around in your head, because we talked about that on slide 1, 2, and 3. Is this what you want? The best news is it's in your mind. The best news is it's your mind. You get to work with it. You get to have a relationship with it. You get to empower it. You get to throw out all the old garbage that your parents planted in there. If you're 45 or 50 years old still walking around with the thoughts they gave you from 3 to 5, do you want them? Do you want them?